Hello there. There are a billion anorexia recovery videos available on YouTube, so why would you watch me? Well, if you're really hungry, you want to eat loads, and you're a little bit scared, then join the club. Like or subscribe. Let's go watch the video and have some fun. Peace. Thanks. Hello there, my name is Billy Juliana. I'm 49 years old and I have a 40-year history of dealing with anorexia nervosa. And currently I'm following the recovery methods propounded by Tabitha Farrar, Kayla Rose Katecki, and Elisa Orris. And as is customary, I'm going to remove my glasses because the glare is a little distracting. And also, I wanted to let you know that I am outside, even though I'm in a covered porch. There are all the audio sound effects in my circumference that you can imagine, plus rain. It's raining today, so just enjoy. Anyway, I wanted to get to the topic, which is rage in anorexia recovery. I don't see this covered that much on YouTube in anorexia recovery videos, although I know the topic is covered extensively in psychological magazines and in medical journals, etc. I think people have all these theories running about why people have anorexia and why we do what we do. But what I want to talk about just briefly is when you feel rage erupt in the midst of recovery, or continuous rage erupting during anorexia recovery. And I myself have had this happen and been very frightened by it. I just will get set off by something, and out of the blue, a violent reaction will happen, such as throwing food across the room or screaming obscenities at the top of my voice. This is not characteristic for me, but I think that I have a lot of emotions that are suppressed by the diseased mindset, and as I eat and loosen things up, these emotions are emerging. And I think that starvation itself is just a big form of anger. I know that there are a lot of factors that go into why we torture our bodies like we do. Fear, anger, trauma, etc. There are a lot of reasons why we go into energy deficit and this whole process begins. But once we start getting out of it, it does become a little bit scary because anorexia helps suppress the emotions, and that is a way for us to control our lives. So when we feel these violent feelings of anger, especially towards our bodies and towards little things in life, it feels like we're completely out of control. I just want to say this is normal. This is absolutely part of the process, and I sympathize with you if you are having bouts of rage and you just feel like you want to curl up and cry, or you feel like you want to take a baseball bat to the entire house and hit home runs with every object in there. I get it. It's just because all that anger and hostility has been kept under pressure for so long, and you're releasing it, you're getting better. So yes, there will be scary moments when you have these feelings of and you're shouting obscenities like I do at the top of your voice. This is all just part of your body reawakening and you getting back to optimal health. And I want to also add that this will all balance out. And yes, I know there's a lot of noise in the background. Like I said, just enjoy it. All of these emotions will balance out. I've had a lot of crying, a lot of anger. I've even had giddiness. This is all just part of our emotions awakening, and yes, like everything else, it will balance out. So just be patient, keep eating. My channel has kind of become the keep eating cheerleading channel, but that's basically the message. So while I know that rage and anorexia recovery isn't the sexiest topic you want to hear about, it does boil down to the sexiest thing you want to hear, which is eat loads of food if your body is asking for it, and don't care what kind of food it is. Don't try to do clean eating or anything like that. Eat your cravings and eat as much as you can if your body is dictating that you eat that much. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what is this song contest? Well, it's something that I just made up to provide a little diversion from the usual anorexic recovery chitter chatter that you hear on YouTube. Now, I'm not taking anything away from other YouTubers who are providing support and reassurance for people out there who are suffering from anorexia or restrictive eating disorders. I myself am such a YouTuber, but I did want to do something a little bit different in order to provide some fun and some levity, because I know this is a hard enough disease to deal with on its own. And I also wanted to engage with you to find out what kind of music you like, so we can do this contest together. And I really appreciate the submissions I've already gotten from some of my watchers who've given me some great music and introduced me to some wonderful songs. So I'm going to go over the metes and bounds of the contest as I get my snack together, and then we'll go over who has what points and all that stuff, and then we'll get into today's competition. Thanks so much. Take care. Catch you in a second. Bye. All right. I'm sorry for this awkward angle, but this is the best way that I could rig the camera in order for you to see me and what I'm eating for my snack. But I did want to explain the rules of the little song contest that I'm doing. So basically what it is that I pick a category, and all the songs that fit into that category I rank. And the song that comes in first, in my opinion, I award 10 points to the country of origin of that song. And a song that comes in second, I award 5 points to the country of origin of the song. And a lot of songs come in second. So there are a lot of countries that have already been covered in the first 3 contests that I've done. The first 3 contests have included the categories of La La and Nana songs, rain songs, which would have been appropriate for today because it is raining, and also songs whose titles start with questions. So now I'm going to do, because I am outside and I'm always dealing with airplane noises, I thought I would do songs that have something to do with airplanes and airports. This is not spaceships, this is not birds, it's airplanes or airports. And I had to do a little bit of research on this one because I just couldn't come up with enough variety to cover the globe like I want to. And I still haven't gotten to just even a fraction of all the airplane and airport songs that are out there. I know you can help me with this, so send in your suggestions and I'll put them into the contest and award points accordingly to each of the countries of origin that the song comes from. Okay, so now I am going also to eat a snack. This is just a snack, it's not a meal. I just do this because I'm hungry by the time that I get around all of this. So, and today I was inspired by Adam. If you're watching, thank you. I want to have pizza. So here's my pizza. It doesn't look very good in this light. I'm very sorry. And I know that you've seen me eat donuts 1,100,000 times, and that's kind of a weird number, isn't it? So I thought I'd go ahead, and I got this at Whole Foods. They have these double cookies. So this is chocolate chip with a chocolate dipped chocolate chip cookie on the background, and of course cream filled on the inside because I like the cream filled stuff. Anyway, so let me jump into the contest. So, and I'm sorry I have a frog in my throat. I don't know where that came from. Maybe the pizza will help, which I am going to eat with a knife and fork because I think it'll be quicker that way. I'm hoping it is. Anyway. The first song comes from Canada, and I actually am going to cover Canada first, like I did in my last song contest. So, Canada, you have a folk singer who's very famous. Can you guess what song I'm talking about? It's Gordon Lightfoot's Early Morning Rain. 5 points to Canada. Also, Canada, you have an indie band out of Montreal, Quebec, and the song is called Jet Lag. The band is Simple Plan. 5 more points to Canada. Okay, next we go to Australia. In Australia, I know I let you down last time. I've done a little bit better this time, but not much. You need to help me on this. But I'm so glad that your boys in excess had a song that had to do with airplanes. Their song Johnson's Airplane. So that's 5 points to Australia for in excess Johnson's Airplane. Then Australia, you get a lot of help out of Kylie Minogue next. She has 2 songs that I'm going to count for this category. One is her song Light Years, which is a little bit on the spaceship side, but at the end it has an airport reference or an airline jet reference. So I'm going to give you that one. And then her song New York City definitely has a jetliner reference in it. So you get 5 points for that one as well. So far you have 15 points. This is really good. But I apologize that it's taking a little bit to chew. Okay. And then, Australia, you're still in the running. Another 5 points goes to you for, I'm gonna give up on this, I'm sorry. It's not helping. Another 5 points goes to you for Little River Band. Yes, indeed, I love the Little River Band. And their song, Another Runway. Okay, now it's time to go on to England. And we're gonna start off with the Beatles. You know, the Beatles are kind of like kids at parties who stand in line twice for party favors. You know what I mean? They're always showing up and grabbing the goods. I love the Beatles, but like I said, they're in every song category ranking. Just goes to show how great they really are. But anyway, back in the USSR, Beatles, 5 points. England, thank you. And well, I'm talking about the Beatles, might as well cover Paul McCartney, Jet, 5 points, England. I feel kind of savage as I'm eating. Sorry. Talking with my mouth full, ripping bites out. Oh well. Airplane songs, I'm sorry. Daniel by Elton John. 5 points for Daniel. And then here's a classic. You may not know it, but it is really great. It's Christmas at the Airport by Nick Lowe. Now, last contest, Nick Lowe and Elvis Costello won with their Query song, What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. And here's Nick Lowe again with Christmas at the Airport. Now he's not gonna win the contest with that, but I have to say, good job, Nick Lowe. You kind of fly under the radar in terms of major hits, but he's an excellent songwriter and performer. So anyway, that's the end of my spiel on that. Okay. Sort of the 70s, 80s alternative rock band from England called The Damned had a song called Jet Boy and Jet Girl. 5 points for England. The next song Well, for personal reasons, it has a special place in my heart because someone I actually know this person did a beautiful cover of this song, but the original belongs to England. So the song is Love Vigilantes by New Order. 5 points to England. Good job. Then the next song for England is Paper Planes by MIA. Okay, that covers England. Okay. Now we get to the US, and once again, the US has the most entries. It's merely because it's the stuff I know best. So if anybody else wants to add to this list, even if it's a song from the US, of course, please add more. But this is going to be a little long on the US, a little bit slanted on the US side. So anyway, let me just get started. The first song is The Letter by the Box Tops. If you're confused about what song that is, it's from 1967, and it's that famous almost garage band song that Joe Cocker covered actually in 1970 that starts out, "Give me a ticket for an airplane," and then voila, you have an airplane song. So next one is very, very famous, Leaving on a Jet Plane. That was made popular by Peter, Paul and Mary. It was written by John Denver. So Leaving on a Jet Plane. Next one, Creedence Clearwater Revival. They were in last week's contest. They're back for this one with Travelin' Band. Next one, Fire and Rain by James Taylor. Next, we have 5:30 Plane by the Supremes. And yes, I do have a cheat sheet. I could never memorize all of this. So I apologize for the reference here. But anyway, back to my chart here. It's kind of hard. What happened to the soft baked? Anyway. Crosby, Stills and Nash. Just a Song Before I Go. Steve Miller Band, Jet Airliner. And I believe we all need a round of applause for the next song on the list. That's Toto's Africa. What a great song. What a great band. So thank you, Toto. This Plane by Wiz Khalifa. Thank you for that. Airplanes by B.O.B. featuring Hayley Williams of Paramore. All right, thank you for that. 5 points. Zebras and Airplanes by Alicia Keys. 5 points. Thank you. Flying Over Water by Jason Isbell. 5 points. Rocking out. Next, we have Girls Like You by Maroon 5. Last, Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. I'm sorry if this is so gross you can't handle it. I've got all these crumbs in my mouth. Pardon me. But there's the US. And then we come to sneaky Scotland. I call Scotland sneaky because, like I said in my last video where we had the song contest, you know how the Scots have a reputation for being a little bit thrifty? Well, they pack all their points into 1 or 2 songs or 1 or 2 artists, and it kind of cracks me up. It's like every time I turn around, I'm like, wait, you have 2 artists who have all your points. But actually this time we're expanding a little bit, although there is a little whiff of thriftiness in this. So let me just get to it. All right, Sneaky Scotland, here's what I came up with for you. Fear of Flying by Teenage Fan Club. That dog has a fear of flying. I'm sorry. He's just gonna have to make his statement. I'm sorry. Okay, so Sneaky Scotland, here's where you get sneaky again. Same artist, 2 songs. Belle and Sebastian. I'll Be Your Pilot and Get Me Away From Here. I don't know how you do it, Scotland, but you make it work. So you got 15 points out of 2 artists. Good job. All right. Next is the Republic of Ireland, as opposed to Northern Ireland. Okay. Ireland, I need help. Bad. I know you have some of the greatest music in the world. You're the home of U2 and Hozier and the Pogues. So many great bands. I cannot think of many songs in my categories. I'll have to just create a category that is purely Irish. But I did manage to come up with 1 airplane song from your country. Thank gracious heavens. Anyway, that song is Home by Westlife. If you haven't seen the video, the whole thing is on a plane, practically. So there you go, Ireland, you got 5 points. Thank you for contributing, but people who know Irish music better than I do, or at least have a clue, send me some Irish entries that fall into the airplane category. Okay. Next we come to Germany. Germany made 5 points in my query song category. They're back again this time with 99 Red Balloons by Nena. You probably saw that coming, I bet. Okay, we have 1 last entry in this category. Jamaica. This was a song that I actually had to look up, but I did know about it. I know that it had hit the UK charts back in the 80s when I grew up, and I know my 80s songs a little bit better, but I had to look up the artist and the name again. It's called Last Plane, One Way Ticket, and it's by the group Clint Eastwood and General Saint. So 5 points to Jamaica. Awesome. You're in the running. Okay, that concludes my entries in the airplane contest. So if you have contributions, please send them in. I'd love to hear them, and I'd love to add your points to the mix. So let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the totals up of the contest total for each country that has had an entry, make it into one of the categories that I've done so far. So I'm gonna run that now. Okay, so thanks for watching the little montage there. I do like to show the spirited flags of each country and have a little bit of national pride for everybody involved. But who gets the 10 points for the airplane contest? I had to give it to John Denver's classic, Leaving on a Jet Plane. I mean, all these songs are wonderful. These are great, great works of art. But Leaving on a Jet Plane just stands above to me. So there you have it. We have 10 points for John Denver and Peter, Paul and Mary's Leaving on a Jet Plane. So, okay, that's enough for me. I know how awkward and even savage it looked with me eating these particular foods. I didn't really realize how tough the pizza would be, or the cookies for that matter. Well, nothing soft. But I did enjoy everything that I ate, and it's just about enjoyment, you know, sitting down with something really good and enjoying yourself. So I hope that you bring snacks and eat with me, because it's all about sharing and enjoying. And then you go off and eat something else, like I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go get a donut since I didn't have one now. Anyway, let's keep building our identities together, and please enjoy and go have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. Bye.